Hey y'all, welcome to the mtga Hillbilly Show, where the magic's burning hotter than a moonshine glow. We're shuffling, dealing for the world to see. Come on down and join the fun, all out you to stay. Let it roll, let it roll. Love the skill of that soul. Tapping with our critters and spells, and when we win, you know we're ringing them bells. From morning till evening, we're never slow. Cardboard cracks the name of the game, you know. Lost in the draw, but we never let go. Playing for pride in the soft southern glow. Decking our hands in a gritty air. Magic together with the folks we hold dear. Welcome to the mtga Hillbilly Show, where the magic's burning hotter than a moonshine glow. We're shuffling and dealing for the world to see. Come on down, join the fun, and know how you do. Let it roll, let it roll. Let's get a little soul. Let it roll, let it roll. Let's get a little soul. Let it roll, let it roll. Let's get a little soul.
All right. Well, I didn't have it. I didn't have that dang gone game up. But let's go ahead and look at the spoilers first. It says October 27th, and today is the 28th. Did they release them a couple early? All right. Well, we can look at them still. Then we're going to go check on another site that may have better it has more spoilers. But anyway, we got us a board wipe here for X Black sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all ability until end of turn, then destroy those creatures. Goodbye, indestructible. Man. Goodbye, ward. So this gets around ward, it gets around indestructible, gets around pretty much anything. It's not yeah. It will get around to indestructible cause your indestructible creatures will lose indestructible. So this card here, pretty good. Pretty good. Then we got the Legend of Karuk. It's an enchantment saga. Chapter 1 and 2, scry 2, then draw a card. That ain't bad. I mean, that's better than scry 1, and you get to do it twice. That ain't bad. That's pretty good. For 4 mana, 2 and 2 blue, you get this saga. That's pretty good for a saga that does that. Then we got chapter 3, which is the last one. You exile it and return it to the battlefield, transform under your control. So it turns into a creature from the saga, turns into Avatar Karuk. 4/3. And whenever you cast a spell, create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. With this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Almost a unblockable creature. So your opponent playing a flyer, it ain't gonna be blocked. What's up, Cane Shaker? Then we have exhaust ability. Exhaust, really exhaust. That's exhaust. My thoughts about exhaust. Exhaust is we got that on Aether Drift. All right, but exhaust water being 20, so it's gonna cost you 20 mana to water being. Oh, that makes this car not that good. You take an extra turn after this one, but for 20 mana, man, that's gonna be hard to do. Heck, most decks only run 24 lands. I mean, jeez. Then we have a lesson, which is a sorcery. 4 blue mana. As cast a additional cost to cast this, you may water being 10. Ugh. I'm hoping you don't have to pay that water being cost. But anyway, you control opponent during their next combat phase. If this spell additional cost was paid, you control that player during their next turn instead. You exile Secret of Blood Bending. Huh. Not bad. Then we got a bird spirit for X and 2 blue with flash, flying, and vigilance. Not bad. 1/1. When one shy tongue enters, put X 1/1 counters on him, then draw half of X cards rounded down. Nice. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a +1/+1 counter on one shine tongue and draw a card. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we got North Pole Patrol. 2 and a blue, 2/3, human soldier ally. Tap, untap another target permanent you control. Waterbend 3, which is tap target creature an opponent controls. While playing a waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one pays for 1. Now that may not be bad, because especially on these cards here, it's 20, and this is 10. So this card here might make these cards playable. Then we got Grand for 1 blue mana, 1/2, human peasant ally. This set is going to be ally heavy. Grand. Whenever Grand becomes tapped, draw a card, then discard a card. Non-creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast as long as there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. Well, not bad. Not bad at all. Then we got Airbender Accession. 1 and a white's enchantment. When this enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then at the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 or more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target creature you control. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Instant blink effect. Not bad. But you got to get those 4 quest counters on it. So they're bringing quest counters back to standard. When this chip enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter. Okay, so in order to get quest counters, you just had to cast 4 creatures. That's not good. That's pretty easy. We get the last Ajay Kai for 1 and a red instant. Target creature you control fights target creature opponent controls. A fight spell in red. What? That is a green ability. What are you doing, wizards? Anyway, let me finish reading the card. Target creature you control fights target creature opponent controls. If that creature, if the opponent controls deal excess damage this way, add that much red mana. Till the end of turn, you don't lose unspent mana, unspent red mana as steps and phases end. That's pretty good for a red fight spell. It's highly unusual to see a red fight spell in red. I mean, that's very unusual. Interesting, but unusual. It is, but I will say this: it's a powerful card. Then we got another transform card, and the at the crossroads for 2 green, white, blue, 3/3. So 3/3 for 5. 3/3 for 5. Human avatar ally with flying. When Aang enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a creature card with mana value 4 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Nice. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Mana value 4. That's pretty good. Then whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang at the beginning 4/4 of the next upkeep. So at the upkeep, you can flip this. Let's say you say you want to take this creature, you want to transform it. You search your top 5 cards, you get a X1 creature. You don't pay into it, so it comes into the battlefield as a 0/0. Well, it's going to die right then and there. So once it dies, boom, you get to flip this. Not bad at all. I like it. But let's see what it does. So once you transform it, it transforms into a 4/4 to Aang Destined Savior, Avatar Ally. With flying, land creatures you control have vigilance. Nice. Must be getting some land creatures in this set. Then at the beginning of combat on your turn, Earthbend 2. Target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste that's still a land, and you put 2 1/1 counters on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped. Oh, there's your land creatures right there. So it turns your land into creatures. Turns them into 2/2s. And if they kill it, it just comes back to the battlefield as a land. And then the next turn, you can turn that land back into a 2/2. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. Plus, this card has green in it, so you can always buff your creatures. Nice. I like it. Then we got Honest Work for 1 blue, Enchantment Aura. For 1 blue, enchant creature opponent controls. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature and remove all counters from it. Ho ho ho. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a citizen with base power and toughness 1/1 and tap to add a colorless named Humble Merchant. Huh. Interesting. Good removal, I would say. I mean, it does ramp, but it turns a creature into a 1/1. But your opponent does get to ramp with it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we got Tiger Seal for 1 blue, Cat Seal, 3/3. All right, 3/3 for 1. Okay. Has vigilance at the beginning of your upkeep. Tap this creature. What? Whenever you draw your second card each turn, untap this creature. Ow. So you have to draw 2 cards in order for Tiger Seal to be untapped to attack. Huh. interesting. Hope they got some. Hope they give us something before we can do multiple draws a turn. Then we got Die Live Agents. 3 black and a green, 3/4. So 3/4 for 5 mana. All right, human soldier, not an ally. When this creature enters, Earthbend 1. Then Earthbend 1. So you get to Earthbend 1 twice. Okay. And to Earthbend 1, target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste. That's still land. And put a 1/1 +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it back to the battlefield tapped. And whenever this creature attacks, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with +1 counters on them. Oh, man. That is strong. That is strong. Then we got Ozai, the Phoenix King. For 2 black and 2 red, 7/7. Ooh, a 7/7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana, 7/7. Trample with Firebending 4. Haste, Human Noble. If you would lose unspent mana, that mana becomes red instead. Ozai has flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. Oh, nice. Nice, not bad. Not bad. We don't know what firebending is, though. Know what earthbending is. But then we got the Fire Nation Drill for 4 mana, 2 and 2 black, 6/3 vehicle. So we're still getting vehicles. Anyway, it's a 6/3 vehicle for 4, trample, and when the Fire Nation Drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target creature with power 4 or less. Ha ha. Nice. Then pay 1 permanent your opponent's control, lose hexproof, and indestructible until end of turn. Crew for 2. That's pretty strong. That's a pretty strong vehicle there. Because when it enters, you can destroy a creature. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we got White Lotus Reinforcements for 1 green and a white, 2/3 with a human soldier ally with vigilance. And other allies you control get +1/+1. Does not target itself. Is not legendary, so you can put 2 of these in. They're going to target each other. Not bad, though. Not bad. Then we got White Tribe Railer. 1 and a white, human soldier ally, 2/2. With Waterbend 5. So you pay 5 to Waterbend. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them. Put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. While paying a Waterbend cost, you can tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each pays for 1. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. Then we got us a Saga for 4 mana, 3 in red. Chapter 1, you create 2 1/1 white ally creature tokens. Chapter 2, search your library for a mountain or cave card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Not bad. It's a good ramp. Then we got the last chapter 3 is Earthbend 3. Target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste. It's still a land. Put 3 1/1 counters on it. And when it dies or exile, you return it back to the battlefield. tapped. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we got Bowling Rock Rioter. For 3 mana, 2 and a black, 3/3, Cuban Rogue Ally with Firebending 1. So whenever this creature attacks, add a red. This mana lasts until the end of combat. Tap and untap ally you control. Exile target card from a graveyard. Ooh, instant graveyard hate. And whenever this creature attacks, you may cast ally spell from among cards you own exiled with this creature. Huh. So it's a sort of a reanimator. It's a three cost reanimator. But it has to you have to have like a ally creature in your graveyard. You have to have another ally on the battlefield. Then you have to have this on the battlefield. So you have to have 3 cards in order to reanimate. One for the target, one for tapping, and then you have to attack with. You have to attack with this. You have to have another one to tap, and you have to have one in the graveyard to reanimate. Still not a bad card. I think it's a pretty strong card. Then we got a red shrine for 4 mana. Crescent Island Temple. When Crescent Island Temple enters, for each shrine you control, create a 1/1 red monk creature token with prowess. So we're going to have prowess in this set. I figured that. Whenever another shrine you control enters, create a 1/1 red monk creature token with prowess. So we're going to get more shrines. Then we got Gruth Pathink for 2 and 2 hybrid manas. So 2 a green and a green or blue, green or blue. So 4 mana. Human Monk Ally. When Guru Punk Pathunk or Pathlink, what I can't pronounce that dang gone made up word. Dag Blaggett. Anyway, when this guru, I'm just gonna call it Guru, enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a lesson, saga, or shrine from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. And whenever you cast a lesson, saga, or shrine, put a +1 counter on another target creature you control. Huh. Interesting. Then we got Sparring Dummy for 1 and a green Scarecrow. So we're having Scarecrows in this set. All right, it's 1/3 for 2 mana Defender. Tap it, mill a card. You may put a land card this way into your hand. You gain 2 life. If it's a lesson card, mill this way. So let's see. Mill a card. You may put a land, mill this way into your hand, and you gain 2 life. The lesser card is milled this way. Okay. That's a wording a little tricky on that card. We got Cycle Renewal, which is a lesson for 2 and a green. Sacrifice a land, search your library for up to 2 basic lands, put them on the battlefield tap, then shuffle. I'll sack a land to get a 2 lands. That's not bad. It ramps you. It ramps you 1 land though, but because you're having to sack a land, but still not bad. Still not bad. Especially if you got landfall triggers. What's up, D. Lawson? Then we got a red lesson here. Solist Regulations for 2 and a red instant lesson. Exile cards to the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. If the spell's mana value is less than the number of mountains you control, if you don't cast that card this way, put it into your hand instead. It has a flashback for 7. So you exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land. Then you may cast that card without paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is less than the number of mountains you control. Huh. Less than the number of mountains you control. Not bad, actually. Pretty good lesson, I think. Then we got Yip Yip for one white mana, which is a white lesson. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 to end a turn. If a creature is an ally, it also gains flying to end a turn. That's pretty good. Then we got Zuko's Exile. For 5 mana, lesson. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment. Its controller creates a clue token. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Say your opponent's playing Slasher. You play Zuko's Exile. The Slasher does not come back from this. Yeah, lessons are instants now. It is unusual because, back before we had lessons, they were sorceries, wasn't they, D. Lawson? I think they was. Then we got Energy Bending. For 2 mana, instant lesson. Lands you control gain all basic land types until end of turn and draw a card. Would love this if it was on an enchantment again or artifact. But still a good card. Then we got the Lion Turtle. 1 green and a blue 3/6. Elder Cat Turtle. Turtle! With vigilance and reach. So it's a turtle with reach. Well, it's a cat turtle with reach. When the lion turtle enters, you gain 3 life. Lion turtle can't block, cannot attack or block, unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. And you can tap this to add 1 mana of any color. So it's a 3/6 mana dork until you get lessons. 3 lessons in your graveyard. Then you'll be able to attack with this. Then you'll be able to have a 3/6 mana dork that can attack and block. That's not bad, actually. It's not going to be hard to cast those lessons as long as you have them. And remember, we are Laurelwind's coming up next. Hopefully, we'll get some not lessons, but learnability. If we get the learnability again, either in Strixhaven or Laurelwind, that'll make these lessons even better. We got Zahu, Ruthless Admiral for 2 and 2 hybrid, black or red. 3/4 for 4, not bad. Human Soldier with Firebending 2. Whenever this creature attacks, add 2 red mana. This mana lasts until the end of combat. And whenever you sacrifice another permanent, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Then we got Azula, Cunning Earthspur for 2 blue and 2 black, 4/4. So 4/4 for 5. Human Noble Rogue. D. Lawson, from the lessons that I've looked at, yes. Well, anyway, let me finish this row here. Then we'll go back up and look at those lessons. But anyway, Azula is a human noble rogue, 4/4, with firebending 2. So whenever this creature attacks, you add 2 red mana. And when Azusa enters target upon exiles a non-token creature they control. Then they exile a non-land card from their graveyard. Oh man, what a card. And then during your turn, you may cast cards exile with Azusa, and you may cast them as though they had flash. Mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. My kind of card that steals two things from your opponents. Not bad. Then we got Azula on the hunts. 3 and a black with firebending 2. So firebending, that means you get red mana. When it attacks, so whenever Azula attacks, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. Okay. Clues, I have no idea what they had to do with Avatar. Then we got our Grand Lotus for 3 green, blue, and red, 5/5. So 5/5 for 6. Human Noble Ally with Firebending 2. During your turn, each non-lesson, instant, and sorcery card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. During your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. Holy moly, that's strong. And I did say I was going to look back up at the lessons. All right. Lugo's Exiled. Very good card. 5 mana. I think it's good. Energy bending. It's okay. Not bad. Solstice Regulations. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Cycle of Renewal for 3 mana. Cycle land. Get 2 lands. That ain't bad. So far, lessons are pretty good. I do like Zuko's Exile. Anyway, let's go ahead and go back down here. Then we got Uncle Aura. 1 hybrid green red. Legendary creature, human noble ally, 4/2 with firebending 1. Lesson spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Nice. Not bad at all. So if you have this out on the battlefield, Zuko's Exile is only going to cost you 4 mana. Not bad. Not bad at all. We've got Zuko, Tenacious Technician, for 1 red, blue, for red, blue, and white. So 3/3 for 4. Human Warrior Ally with Menace and Prowess. And also, other allies you control have Menace and Prowess. Ooh. Then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Nice. Then we got Fire Lord Azula for 1 blue, black, and red. Human Noble 4/4 with Firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Nice. Not bad. So you play a spell to buff this up. You attack with this. You play a spell to buff it up. You get to copy that spell to buff it up even more. That's kind of strong there. It's pretty good. We've got Unlucky Cabbage Merchant for 2 mana, 2/2, 1 and a green. When this creature enters, you create a food token. Whenever you sack a food, you may search your library for a basic land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you search your library this way, put this creature on the bottom of its owner's library, then shuffle. Be pretty hard to be pretty hard to mill this once it gets on the battlefield. Not bad. We've got the mechanic, me- mechanist, aerial artisan. 2 in a blue, 1/3. Human artificer, ally. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a clue token. Then tap, untap until the end of turn. Target artifact you control becomes a 3/1 construct artifact creature token with flying. Not bad. We've got Tidely Chi Blocker. For 3 mana, 2 in a blue, 2/1. Human performer ally with flash and prowess. And when it enters, tap up to 1 target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as you control Tidely. Oh. What's up, Space Miner? You're welcome, Space Miner. But yeah, this ain't bad. Not bad at all. I'm most hyped for this set. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So far I am, but I mean we still got another set before that too. We got Laurelin. I don't know why this says 27. It should say 28 because today is the 28. And I think they dropped more today. Yeah, because it was right here. We didn't read these. So we will go backwards. Actually, now we'll just go Avatar Roku. Or no, Day of Black Sun. All right, we'll go all the way down to Day of Black Sun. All right, we got Sun Warriors for 3/5 for 4, 2 red white for firebending X, where X is the number of creatures you control. Okay. All right, for 5, you create a 1/1 ally creature token. So every 5, you create a token. Huh. Then we got Hama the Bloodbender. For 2 and 3 hybrids. So black or blue. So 3/3 for 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 mana. You get this human warlock. And when it enters, target opponent mills 3 cards. Exile up to 1 non-creature, non-land card from that player's graveyard. For as long as you control Hama, you may cast the exile card during your turn by waterbending X rather than paying its mana cost. Where X is its mana value. While paying the waterbending cost, you can tap your artifacts or creatures to help each phase for 1 mana that you tap. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, a little bit of mill, a little bit of steel. I like it. Then we got Earth King's Lieutenants. For a green and a white, 1/1. So a 1/1 for 2 with trample. When this creature enters, you put a +1 counter on each other allied creature you control. Does not target itself. Where another ally you control enters, you put a +1 counter on this creature. So it buffs itself for every ally you put on the battlefield after this is on the battlefield. Pretty good. Pretty good. Then we got Dragonfly Swarm for 1 blue and a red. Dragon Insect with flying ward 1. And this creature's power is it's a star 3. This creature's power is equal to the number of non-creature, non-link cards in your graveyard. Then, whenever this creature dies, if there's a lesson card in your graveyard, draw a card. That's not terrible. We've got Badger Mole Cub for 1 and a green. When this creature enters, you get to Earthbend 1. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we got Leaves from the Vine. Leaves from the Vine, you mill 3 cards on chapter 1, then create a food token. Chapter 2, you put a +1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures you control. Nice. Then we got, for 3, draw a card if there's a creature or lesson card in your graveyard. So, from what I'm getting from this set, it wants you to have lessons in your graveyard. I've noticed that there's in a bunch of cards. If there's a lesson in your graveyard, if there's a lesson in your graveyard. Okay, that's fine. Then we got Invasion Tactics for 5 mana enchantments. When this enchantment enters, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Whenever one or more allies you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Not bad. Then we got a sorcery lesson. A lesson that's a sorcery. When these down here are where are they at? Yeah, these down here are instants. And this green one up here is a sorcery. Huh. Anyway, it's called Seismic Sense. For 1 green mana, you get the sorcery lesson. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of lands you control. You may reveal a creature or land from among them and put them in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Not bad. I like it. I see why it's a sorcery. Pretty strong card because it's a tutor. So it's a green tutor. Nice. Then we got Allies at Last. Affinity for Allies. So for 3 mana, possibly be able to cast this for 1 green mana. Because it has affinity for allies. So every ally you have will make this cheaper. And up to 2 target creatures you control each deal damage equal to its power to target creature opponent controls. That's not too bad. It'd be pretty strong, actually. Then we got another vehicle for 2 and a red. You get a 4/3 vehicle that flies. Pay 1, put a fire counter on this vehicle. As long as the vehicle has 3 or more fire counters on it, it's an artifact creature. So, and it grows for 3. So you can pay 1 extra mana on this, and it'll get a fire counter. And then it turns into a vehicle after it gets 3 counters on it. Not bad. Then we got Zoran's Comet. 5 mana sorcery. Each creature you control gains fire bending 5 till the end of turn. And, whoa. Foretell for 3. So we're bringing Foretell back also. Nice. Remember the Foretell ability. Foretell, you pay with exile a card, and then you'll be able to cast that card from exile for cheaper. Nice. I like this. I can't really, but then we got the Legend of Roku. All right, the Legend of Roku costs 4 mana. enchantment saga. Chapter 1, exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. So you got 2 turns to play those cards that you exile. Not bad. Then chapter 2, add 1 mana of any color. 1 mana of any color. Not bad. It enables chapter 2 works with chapter 1. That's pretty good. In chapter 3, you exile the saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. Then it turns into Avatar Roku 4/4 with Firebending 4. Pay 8, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying and Firebending 4. Nice. I don't think they see what your foretell. Now, it would be good if we get more cards with foretell on it. I kind of like the foretell ability. And then we got Ran and Shaw. 5 mana 4/4 dragon with fire, flying, firebending 2. Then when Ran and Shaw enter, if you cast them and there are 3 or more dragon and or lesson cards in your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of Ran and Shaw, except it's not legendary. Nice. Then pay 4. Dragons you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Not bad for 4 mana. Yeah, if it's the only card with foretell, then that card will be bad. Hopefully they'll give us more foretell cards in the set. I'm looking forward to it. I do like the foretell mechanic, but I am hoping for more. Then we got Firebending Student for 2 mana, 1/2 with Prowess, Human Monk. Firebending X, where X is this creature's power. Okay, not bad. We got Cunning Maneuver for 2 mana, 1 and a red. Instant. Target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn, and create a clue token. Not bad. All right, that is it for now. Let me refresh. Well, they just dropped 2 more. Trusty Boomerang. 1 mana, equipment. Equipped creature has pay 1, tap target creature, and return Trusty Boomerang to its owner's hand. Huh. So you tap the creature, and you return this equipment back to your own. Tap target creature, return Trusty Boomerang to its owner's hand. Okay. And you equip for 1. Okay. What's the payoff here? I'm trying to see what's the payoff on playing Trusty Boomerang. It to me, it's a equipment. It does nothing. Or am I looking at this wrong? Am I looking at this equipment wrong? Is this a equipment that does nothing? Does anybody understand this Trusty Boomerang? I mean, for 2 mana, you can play this and attach it. And for another mana, you return it back to your hand. I mean, I don't understand it. It doesn't lock a creature down. It doesn't buff a creature. All it does is tap a creature. I mean, you might be able to equip this to one of your opponent's creatures to make your opponent tap their creature. It's the only thing I can think of. Then we get the White Lotus Tile. For 4 mana, artifact enters tapped. Tap it at X mana of one color, where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. Not bad. It taps a creature every turn. So the payoff is casting Trusting Boomerang on your opponent's creatures. Correct? Then your opponent has to pay that one to tap their creature, return this back to your hand. And that's the only way I see it useful. If that's the way it works, that's a pretty good card. All right. Okay. That's all I see. I don't see nothing else. But am I right about the Trusted Boomerang there, D. Lawson? You think that's right? You equip your opponent's creature. It's the only way I can see it being useful. All right, wait a minute. Equip creature has pay one. Tap target creature. Okay, so you play this, equip it to your opponent's creature, then you pay one more to return this back to your hand. Okay, so you can play this multiple times. Tap all your opponent's creatures. Do your own. Well, what does it? I mean, it doesn't do nothing besides tap your creatures. I mean, if you got a payoff by tapping creatures, then I would say yes. Am I confused about this card? Why you would want to tap your creatures? Is there a payoff in tapping creatures? That's what I want to know. Is there a payoff in tapping any of these creatures? So far, I ain't seen nothing. No payoffs. I mean, let's see. That's no payoff on that. No payoff on tapping that. No payoff on this. No payoff on this. You see what I'm saying? Right. I don't. I get it with what they're referencing. I do get that because there was one character on the show that did use a boomerang. I don't remember his name. Mike no, I think Zoka. I think it might have been Zoka. I think could be wrong. Might be on the card. I don't know. Yeah, well, him. I think this is Zoka. Yeah, it is. Zoka uses the boomerang. I understand they're referencing him with this card. I don't understand how it works. I'd have to definitely study this, how it would work. Let's see if you can attach this to a opponent's creature and tap it. Because why would you want to tap your creatures? Because equipped creature has pay one and tap. Tap target creature, return trusty boomerang to its owner's hand. Maybe if you put this on your creature, and if you tap your creature, maybe it taps your opponent's creature. Tap target creature. Has pay one, tap, and tap target creature. Ah, I get it. I get it. I'm seeing it, and the more I read it, the more it makes sense. So you attach this to your creature. You tap your creature. You pay one, tap your creature, and then you'll be able to tap your opponent's creature. Then return trusty boomerang back to your hand. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. I like it. Takes a little bit to understand it sometimes. Well, we just had war drop. And I think that's that. I don't see no set symbols on these. I don't know about them. But White Lotus is going to be in standard because it has the Avatar logo on it, the set symbol. It'll get released to memory for 3 and a whites. Instant. Exile target opponent's graveyard for each creature card exiled this way. Create a 1/1 spirit. Nice. Mystic Remorse, 1 blue. Cumulative upkeep 1. So that means you got to pay 1 every turn. Whenever opponent casts a non-creature spell, you may draw a card unless that player pays 4. Not bad. Rescan cards, yeah. Then we got Cruel Tutor for 2 and a black. Sorcery. Search your library for a card, then shuffle. Put that card on top, and you lose 2 life. I wouldn't mind having this Cruel Tutor. I ain't got one. Would love to have it. Then we got Heroic Intervention. Then we got Lifelong Friendship with this Flamori's Call for green and a white instant. Search your library for a creature card, reveal that card, and put that into your hand, then shuffle. Another tutor. So that's 2 tutors that we've seen in the set. Cruel Tutor and Lifelong Friendship. I don't know. They may be in standard. Then we got The Boy and the Iceberg, which is Dark Depths. Legendary Snow Land. So it's a snow land. The Boy and the Iceberg enters with 10 ice counters on it. Pay 3, remove ice counter from the Boy and the Iceberg. When the Boy and the Iceberg has no ice counters on it, sacrifice it, and if you do, create Marit's Lodge, a legendary 2020 black avatar creature token with flying and indestructible. Nice. You pay a 3 as many times as you want. But the original copy of this is Dark Depths. Nice card. I like the rescan. Then we got Volcano of Ruku's Island, which is Valdrock, the ultimate pinnacle. Land. This land enters tapped. Whenever a mountain you control enters, if you control at least 5 other mountains, you may have this card deal 3 damage to any targets for one, and you tap it for red. Not bad card. I like it. That's real good in this set. I do believe. But let me see. It's TLA. Okay. Okay. These cards, as he says TLA, that's TLA. And the rest of these is TLE on the very bottom. So these last cards that we discussed right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 cards are not going to be in standard. This white Lotus tile, it is going to be standard. This says TLA. And these down through here says TLA. So yeah, we know what's going to be standard, and we know what's not. Nice. Let's refresh again. All right, nothing else. All right, I want to check one more site before I fire Arena up. All right. This ain't what I want. Let's go here. Click on this. It releases. So this set releases on the 21st in paper. All right. There's we seen this version, we didn't see this one. But this is the one that's going to be in standard. Seen this, seen this. All of these are going to be in standard. White Lotus reinforcements, 1 green whites, 2, 3. Yeah, I done read that. Not bad, actually. Not too bad. I mean, we already know that this set here, it's going to be ally heavy. It is going to be ally heavy. Let me check something. Yeah, okay. Yep. One thing with this, two, four, five. You got to have 5 to play this Fire Nation drill in order for it to do any good against an indestructible creature. I think I done went over all these cards. Looks like it. All right. Pretty good set. It looks like it's going to be. Fire confluence. Don't no. That's not going to be. This ain't going to be standard. It's TLE. These three will be in standard. These two will not be. Okay. Not bad, actually. So far, from what I'm seeing, I'm liking it. So far. All right. So we done looked at all of the Airbender cards. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. I done updated the arena. For some reason, 4 VV cards came on my screen. Don't know what that was about. Of course, I already had VV. Just don't play it. All right. Let's play some games. I like this Codus. Codus is so good. Get it out. No Codus. We do have removal. 1 black mana for deadly cover. Then we need the other 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I know it's my goal, dummy. That's why you scoop. Tell me it's my goal, then scoop. What the heck? Look at that, your goal. They're still spamming. They was just spamming that dang old thing. Really? But why'd you lost if you spammed it? Well. And all I done was just played crowd shatter on their dang gone creature there. That ain't no frog. But you can't attack with it. I guess they get mad because I cast a crowd shatter on the dang gone creature. Ooh, gem. Nice. All right. We didn't have Codus that game either. But what y'all's thoughts so far on the Avatar cards? Baby Thor. Well, we got 2 Codus this time. 2 lands. Maybe we'll draw another land. Maybe. Probably shouldn't have kept it. No, we're going to try it. Come on, opponent. Let's go. Right to the top. Can I get removal here? We'll pay the 2 lives, make them think we got something. Okay, I like that. This is a blue, black, and it turns this in, it turns this on. Play go so good together. You going to attack or you going to town? You going to attack. Cavern of Souls? No. You don't need Cavern of Souls. We got 2 black lands, so we'll go ahead and get us a blue. Or I'll get a green. Why not? We only need 1 land to play Cotus. Okay. We get another land so we can just wipe the board. All right, opponent. You know I'm going to block that, right? You know that's what I thought. You only got 1 creature that can really do anything there. All right, 2 white mana. And we get 2 cards. And we whiffed. It was 2 lands. Dang, blade. Going ahead either way. Ah, we get 3 cards this time. Would you like to attack with your -5/1 creature? Oh, nice. Now we take 5 cards. And whose fault's that? I think it's yours. They didn't let me show them the cards that I got. How dare them?
Dad, blood.
Exactly. All right. Moving on per again today. All righty. And gone phone, I swear. Sorry, opponent, we'll keep this. And we'll pull the black in. Alrighty. Where's our codicils? I got. Oh man, I messed up. I should have played the green. Should have played the green land, then I could have turned on. Well. Play this. Put it on you. And what a hit. So block you. Here you. Uh-huh. I think we'll hold one back for blocking. Ooh. Close game. But now you ain't got no creatures because you got to exile those now. Hey, you're making another creature. That ain't enough though. That's not enough. I was going to play this and give these three trample. Then they would have trampled on through. All right. Slicer. Not bad. Not bad at all. And away the victory. All right, we got Codus. We got a black or green. We got water. We'll try it. Maybe we'll draw into a blue. Well, we got our blue. Now, can't really play nothing this turn. We'll have Coda's out next turn. Then we'll have Ward. Oh! Dang, Blake. Alrighty then. Well, I don't know if that'll kill my creature or not. It does have indestructible. We'll try. Okay. Does not kill it. But if they attack with their Overlord, I think it dies. I don't have the blue. They don't have the blue. Need another board wipe. All right, we'll play this. Play this. Play this. Put it on you. We need a trample. Need a trampler. Oh! Tag blade. Well, I think we're in trouble here. I think we're in trouble. If we don't draw a board wipe, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. We did not draw a board wipe. These are pretty useful. Yeah, you might as well scoop cause we ain't got it. Tag blanket. Well, shoot. I tried. Try again. No blue land. So I think we gotta get rid of this one. I reckon we'll try this. I hate to put Coldest back, but we ain't got the land for him. We'll tap out opponent. Go. Surprised they didn't block that. Yep. Oh. Well, that's one way to save it, I reckon. I know you're gonna block this. That's a lot of damage there. Take a 9. Interesting. Gotta block this. It's a 20. Hey, Lone Wolf. I am in Discord also. You already knew this first strike wasn't gonna do nothing. Not against our indestructible. Alright. We're moving along pretty dang on quick today. Alright. Now once we get to 10, team number 10, I guarantee we'll probably start losing. All right. Well, we ain't got our blue. We ain't got removal. We do have green. All we need is blue land. Then we get blue. Still no blue land. Pull a removal out of their hand there. Waiting on it. Hey, I knew it. Ah, this ain't good. Not good. We got the removal in our hand. We cannot play it. Cannot play it. Need one more land. Dang on it. Then we're going to choose. That's the only one you got? I reckon so. I also got Mugroth though. Loggeroth. Probably should have chosen a swamp there. I really would have handicapped it there. Where is my dang gone blue at? What are you? 3 colors? Because I see red, I see white, I see black. I need blue land now. Daggone it. Well, it looks like that we're in trouble because we can't get blue land. Look at that, look at that. Still can't get blue land. Ah, there it is. There it is. A little too late now, though. A little too late.
Dead blooded.
Exactly. Having too much fun here. We got our blue, got our black. One more land, preferably green. Can we get another green land? That would be nice if we could. Yeah, go ahead. Well, like to have a green land here. I can buff my dang on creatures up here. Dang bloody. Well, shoot. Really? Well, shoot. Face down. Gotcha. But 2 life. 2 life. 2 life. And we got him. Dang, I don't know what that was. Dang, blanket. Oh. Ah. Geez, that gives that much daggone power? Wow. Ooh. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, blanket. Ow. Get rid of this. Dang on it. Ooh. You don't know what you just did upon. I do, thank you. Well, shoot. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't have 12. 16. Okay. Oh man, did we draw the creatures. We're getting ready to play a bunch of these creature spells. Power Claw, Kellen, Dreadmaw's Eerie, Slick Shot. Although Dreadmaw's Eerie ain't gonna do nothing. Or is it? Yep. Wouldn't do nothing. All right. Awesome. All right. So nobody joined the Discord, which that's fine. That's just an option for y'all to jump on the Discord and collaborate a deck with me. That's just another option for y'all. But if you choose to join the Discord, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get on off of here and get ready for some Commander tonight at 7 o'clock here on the channel. We'll be playing some Commander. But until then, I will see everybody tonight, or I'll see you tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. Won't be a morning stream tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment that I desperately need to go to. And I'll see everybody sometime tomorrow. So I hope everybody has a good rest of your day and a good day tomorrow. I'll see you sometime tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Please do me a big old favor though before you leave. Hit that like button. It's very much appreciated. And but tomorrow, sometime tomorrow when I start the stream, we'll go over the spoilers again. They're going to be dropping spoilers pretty much left and right. They had to do that nowadays because, you know, dropping so much. Anyway, I'll see everybody back here sometime tomorrow. Y'all have a good day. Later, everybody.